Hey folks, I'm Mike. Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/Inkdependence. It keeps this blog ad-free. Hello and welcome to an Inkdependence.com brief video review and water drop test. Today we have a Shimmertastic ink. This is Diamine Shimmertastic. It's called Blue Lightning, and there's the lightning. So you've seen the blue, there's the lightning. Pretty cool, right? So I'll have at the left here a picture of it drying as it goes, which is actually pretty cool because when you write with this ink, it doesn't immediately show the glitter that you see now. And there's plenty of shimmer in this ink, quite a bit in there, in fact. This was actually written with a pen that I don't have on me at the moment. I've loaned it out, but it is a Franklin Christoph Panther 40 with a broad stub. This is the Masuyama stub. It is a fantastic pen with a great nib. If you get a chance to get one of these, I would totally do it. But I don't have it here to show you. So I put it in this one just for demonstration purposes and to find another, just using another pen. This is another fairly wet sort of nib. The broad stub is a fairly wet stub. This is a Levenger True Writer Select. And it says select here on the cap band. You can look back through my reviews and you'll see the review for this one. But this is a great nib, all told. Let's give it a little bit of a squiggle test. Yeah, there we go. And one interesting thing about this nib is that I haven't had, or rather this ink, I suppose the nib too, is that I haven't had any problem with it writing. I've had some problems with the other Shimmertastic inks, at least a couple of them. And we'll have another one of those this week that is a bit more reticent. But this one, Blue Lightning, is fantastic. I've had zero problems. And this is one that I think surprises people. In fact, I was surprised and impressed by how good this ink was. So there you go. I'm not really a shimmery writing sort of dude. I don't mind it for some stuff. I use it I'll grade papers with it and that sort of thing. But and I'll write notes in it. But it's not what I go for immediately. I usually go for something, I don't know, a shading or sheen, that kind of thing. This one doesn't really have shading and sheen, but it does have plenty of shimmer, just plenty. So let's see, you can give a little tilt to that. You can see that in the right-hand sample here, this is the one written with the Levenger True Writer Select, there is more shimmer in there. And I think that's probably just because I rolled the barrel around a little bit. You don't want to shake these to get the shimmer because, of course, you'll have ink shooting out of your nib, and nobody wants that. But if you just give it a nice roll, give it some tilting action, it'll mix that ink around in there pretty well. Let's take a look at it inside the converter right quick. And there it is. It's pretty shimmery just in the converter like that, right? And that's because I've been writing with it a little bit, but also I think it just kind of stays in suspension pretty well, which is good for these shimmery inks. Sometimes they just settle all to the bottom. I will show you here in a second, just some settled. Here's the sample vial. This sample was provided by Anderson Pens for review, so thank you very much, Brian and Lisa, and Dave, and all the rest of the folks there at Anderson Pens. So let's look at the bottom, and you can see a little bit of it here in the tip. That's a little bit of just silver shimmer. This is very fine shimmer. I think the shimmer they use in the J. Herbon stuff is thicker. It's a bigger shimmer. And so it seems to cause more of a bind up on in some people's pens, and it'll fall out of suspension a bit more quickly, I believe. But this is pretty good stuff. Anyway, there you go. I really like just watching it just roll around in the vial, just because it's got that shimmery blue. And the other thing that J. Herbon does not do, and the Diamine does, is they give you silver options. All the J. Herbon ones are gold, which I think is, it's fine, but I like silver shimmer better, especially in some of these colors. This one, for example, I don't think it would look very good with gold. I think it would look great with silver. Here's a couple other colors that are pretty close. Franklin Christoph Spanish Blue is actually very close to the underlying color of Blue Lightning. I think they could be not quite twins, but very close. Spanish Blue tends to be a little bit darker, maybe, than Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning is pretty light blue. But check out that Franklin Christoph Spanish Blue if you want the same color, but without the shimmer. You can find that at Franklin Christoph and sometimes at Anderson Pens, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Blue 72, another Franklin Christoph ink. Sailor Blue Black, which I'll be reviewing here quickly as well. And then Noodler's Bay State Blue, which I have been brave enough to try a little bit. Then down here, Salix. Salix is one that I don't think I have in a pen right at the moment, actually. I almost always have it in a pen, but I think I've taken it out. This started out as a blue, and then it's an iron gall, so it sort of ages to this beautiful blue-gray. So there you go. All right, there's some comparisons. I think the closest thing you're going to find is Franklin Christoph Spanish Blue. Although, actually, let me try this one out right quick, since I have it here. This is, it's either going to be very close or it's going to be not close at all. So let's give it a squiggle. I think it's much darker. This is Schaefer turquoise. And it's pretty close. Schaefer turquoise is one of my favorite turquoises. I also really like Lamy turquoise, but this the Blue Lightning is pretty close to a turquoise. It's a little bit lighter and less green, I think. All right, let's do the water test portion of this. Here's my trusty syringe. And give it a nice smattering of water droplets. Perfect. Look at those water droplets. Trying out a new phone holder thing here for video, and it's a little bit wiggly, so sorry about that. Maybe I can stabilize it in post. As long as I don't touch the stand, though, it's okay. All right, let's go ahead and mop this up. There we go. A little dirt on my fingernails. Was doing some weeding just now. All right, so that's what came up. Quite a lot, actually. And not a whole heck of a lot left. So yeah, no real water resistance. I didn't expect there to be. There's no water resistance touted for this ink, or as a matter of fact, any of the Shimmertastic inks, as far as I know. But there's there's a little bit left, but not much. I wouldn't say this is water resistant in any kind of way. So there you go. All right, let's get this out of the way. Let's look at the chromatography very quick. Here's the chromatography. You see there at the left how it got this way. Not much left down here, except there is a little bit. If you look down here, there's a little bit of shimmer left at the bottom. And that's true of all of these Shimmertastic inks that I've tried. This is Diamine. This is the Brandy Dazzle one. It'll come up, I don't know, in a little while. This one right here is that's a Shimmering Seas. You can see very clearly that shimmer down there. It's a gold shimmer, so it shows up better, I think, on the strip. But there you go. That's Blue Lightning, and most of it fled up the top, and mostly blue. So not a very complicated ink, this one, I don't think. Let's take a look at the Tomoe River sample, which is right here. There's Diamine Blue Lightning. Let's give it a little bit of a... I don't really see much of the... Oh, there's the shimmer. Yeah, good. I knew there was shimmer in there. It's just a little bit tougher to see. Now let's give it a fresh squiggle just for funsies. This is this is kind of a lovely blue. I really like this one. Maybe that's why I like Spanish blue so much. It's just like this, except without the shimmer. So there we go. Yeah, cool. All right, so that's that. Let's see. This is the copy paper sample. As you can see, it works really well, actually. I didn't see any problems. I mean, I don't see any feathering here. I don't really see anything in the way of bleed. There's maybe a little bit of bleed. Keep in mind this is pretty thin paper at 20 pounds and just regular copy paper. So there's a little bit of bleed, I suppose. But most of it is just show through, kind of ghosting type of stuff. But not bad. This is a very, very nice ink. It works really well on copy paper. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is the dry time test. So let's do a dry time test real quick. Let's do it on the back, I suppose, of this sheet. Here we go. This will work. All right, we'll do it live. Do it live. If it takes too long, then I will speed up this clip. All right, dry time. All right, so let's say, let's give it 10 seconds. All right, a little bit of a smear at 10, so let's give it 15. A little bit there too. So everything is dry except for this bit at the S where it didn't quite dry. So let's give it, let's say 20. Right. Yeah, okay, good. So at 20 seconds, we are good and dry. And this is on Rhodia, so that's actually quite a good time. Rhodia is, of course, a sort of coated paper, and so it doesn't soak up ink very much at all. And so, yeah, 20 seconds, good. Might have been like 19. Perhaps I was a little off in my counting. I don't know. We'll see. But I've probably sped this up, so we'll see how it goes. I've never done one of those live. I don't want to. I don't want it to be sitting there being boring the whole time. So we'll see how it went. All right, so this is Diamine Blue Lightning. This is Ink Dependence. I am Mike. Thank you very much again to the Andersons for providing this sample. The provision of samples is awesome, and it does not in any way affect my review. You've seen what you've seen. So there you go. That's it. Check me out online and other places. If you're on YouTube, go to inkdependence.com to find the blog with all kinds of pictures and such. If you're on the blog, go to youtube.com/c/Michael Madison. That is my whole name. That is my YouTube channel where you'll find lots of videos. If you are on Instagram, check out Ink Dependence on Instagram. That's me. That's my ink one. So there you go. I'm Mike. That's it. Peace out.